Okay, welcome to day 2 of our grammar this week. Again, this week we're looking at types of sentences. And I really want to point out that one of the focus things we're going to be learning this week are using end marks to end sentences. And in fact, this might be something you might want to copy into your WordWork notebook. I use end marks to end sentences, but I actually believe it's on your anchor chart today as well. Yes, it is. So never mind. You don't need to copy that down. But again, an end mark, we have 3 types of end marks that we can add on the end of a sentence. We have a question mark for a question, an exclamation point, and a period. Again, all sentences are going to end with one of these 3 things: a question mark, an exclamation mark, or a period. Okay, so that's one of the focuses. Again, we're looking at types of sentences. So, today you're going to be working on your anchor chart. Now, I did put into your Google Classroom a video about the types of sentences. And I encourage you to watch that video because it'll go in more detail about the types of sentences. But I'm going to go ahead and just review. We've got 4 types of sentences that we can write. The first type of sentence is a statement. And a statement basically just tells something, and a statement ends with a period. Most sentences in your writing are going to be statements, right? It's just a regular sentence, right? And it always ends with a period, right? And so here's my example statement. Again, you can write your own on your anchor chart. You don't have to copy mine. But I have the bee, I love my bee, sits on the flower. And I'm going to end that with a period. Okay? So now this next type of sentence is a question. And a question asks something and ends with a question mark. And so, let's see, I need to come up with a question about my bee. Did the bee fly away? Did the bee fly away? Again, I'm raising my voice. When I read a question, I raise my voice at the end, ending it with a question mark. Okay, the next type of sentence is one that you're going to mostly be using if you're writing dialogue. It's not one, you'll actually hear Mrs. Myatt say a lot of commands, but a command is basically telling someone to do something. Okay, so here's my command: pick up the papers. And normally commands will start with an action word. So that's something that's different in a command than in a regular sentence. It usually starts with a verb. Okay, pick up the papers, do your homework, go to, turn off the lights. So again, it's usually starting with a verb and it ends in a period. Okay, and then we have one last type of sentence, and that's the exclamation. And that one shows strong feeling. I really want you to just think about it. And it ends with an exclamation mark. Now, one thing I notice, and people do this a lot in texting and emails, don't end every sentence with an exclamation mark. Not everything is exciting, even though it feels like it, right? So try to be, if you're writing, try not to overuse the exclamation. Okay, so, but let's say, ouch. I could say, ouch. That's actually, right? The bee stung me, and I'm going to even add a little bit more exclamation points there. Yeah, you don't need to use 2. Really only use 1 exclamation point. Okay, the bee stung me. That really hurt, right? So again, that's something that's going to give me strong feelings, right? Because it stung me, even though bees are super nice. Okay, so again, these are our types. We have 4 types of sentences. Remember 4, and remember that all sentences should have an end mark to end the sentence, right? Use end marks to end your sentences. Okay, that's the end of day 2.